Hey, welcome to Two Talking Who, Episode 5, World War III. Now, we talked about the last episode and this one being pretty much a two-parter, but with different names. So
hmm
we struggled a little bit at the end to try to remember where it left off because, it immediately picks up. It's just
Immediately
like,
picks up.
it's like they just took a sword and just cut the episode in half, said, here you go, here's 1 week, here's the second. But I
hmm
believe we pick up with all the experts dying
Yeah,
and the doctor running.
yeah. The very end of the last episode, where this one picks up, is they're all they're all being uh, zapped by
Yeah.
their ID cards or whatever. So uh, when this episode starts, that's going on, and that's when the doctor takes his off and mentions again that it might work for a human, but he's not human. So he made his way to the front and uh, put it right back on one of the aliens.
One of the Slovene.
Yeah.
So, and that, he put it on one of them, but it affected all of them, no matter where they were at.
hmm
So I
Like
thought that was cool.
it's a like a hive, where one thing affects everyone.
Hmm.
We have a lot of that in. We're not gonna get political on this channel, but uh, whatever spectrum you're at politically, it's kind of the same way. Everybody's got that hive mind. Everybody is linked. So it's kind of, they were all connected by whatever it is.
Well, the thing I like about that is not only did he save his life, but unknowingly he saved uh, Jackie,
Yeah.
Jackie's life, and
hmm
Rose and
Yeah.
Harriet.
Yeah.
So I thought
Eric
that was cool.
Jones. they they obviously wanted you to know, hey, this lady may have some historical uh, correlation.
Eh, for good or bad, we don't know yet.
Yeah, because he's like, every time he keeps going, why does that name sound so familiar? Over and over again. Said it many times. Uh, after after he did that and he had saved everybody, uh, that's when, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I don't remember the conversation, but uh, is that when the rest of the military showed up to the
Uh,
room, or?
yeah, he went down to get them, and
Yeah, that's right.
by the time they got back upstairs, the Savine had already put on their skin suits again.
Yeah. Eh, I thought it was funny that he asked them, you wouldn't believe me if I said that they're actually the real aliens. And he was like, and they're like, no. He's like, okay. And then just took off running.
Yeah.
You got anything to add about that?
I liked how he stopped when they were chasing him in front of the elevator, and he got on it. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That this one, this episode was a lot of action. Kind of reminded me of the first one in terms of this episode, as great as it was, there was a lot of quirkiness, a little
Mhm.
silliness to it. Because I feel like probably the last 2 or 3 episodes seemed like they were starting to get serious, like they were more serious, a little more dark, I
Mhm.
guess you could say. But there wasn't the same amount of
Yeah.
quirkiness. There was still the humor with the one-liners and all that throughout those episodes, but his quirkiness and that cheesiness, not in a bad way, but in a good way,
Yeah.
uh, hasn't really been present the last couple episodes. And I feel like since this was it's basically a split episode, like you said. You can they probably filmed it all at
I'm
the same
sure. Yeah.
time, and they're like, this episode's way too big, but we don't want to get rid of it. It's just too good, so they chopped it,
Yeah.
just like you
That,
said.
that's going to happen again towards the end of the season with another amazing
That's good.
two-parter. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I'm wondering if it's just me or if anybody else, if you had when you watch that episode and they're all being chased and he's being chased and uh, Rose and uh,
Harriet.
Harriet
Yeah.
was being chased and all of that. They're all going into rooms and popping out, and it reminded me of the old childhood original Scooby Doo
Yeah.
when
That's
they
what I was,
when they kept running. I kept hearing the Scooby Doo music in my head. And they're like trotting across, going room to room. They'd pop out a different door or upside down, or so I was enjoying that part of it because I was like, I'm getting Scooby Doo vibes from my childhood. I like that. the
yeah.
original, the
Yeah.
original Scooby Doo, because the rest of them are crap.
Yeah. Yeah. But
So
so I'm not sure how much I'm missing here because the whole thing is just so fast paced, good story. But
yeah,
I
and a
love
continuation. Sorry, walked on you.
I love the conversation between Jackie and Mickey.
Mm.
How she can't believe that he saved her life and it's embarrassing. And he's like, "You're telling me."
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Because after everything that she put him through, he still risked his life to help save hers. So,
And she's never apologized to him either.
no, still hasn't. uh, it's kind of funny where uh, when he is trying to communicate with Rose and get her to tell the doctor, that they were also attacked and what happened, and he just kept saying, "Shut up, shut up." And finally, she's like, "Look at this picture."
Yeah,
So
yeah. And I mean,
then,
Mickey played no small part in saving the world.
no, he didn't. Uh, Getting on the computer and uh, it was the satellites, right? Right,
I don't know if they ever
or the
said.
bombs.
Yeah, I mean that was the last thing he did, but the first thing they were checking
Yeah.
the it turns out to be like an advertisement for selling the Earth, but they didn't know what the message
Hmm.
was being sent out, so they're trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Can you repeat that one more time? Because you kind of cut out there, and I'll fix it. I'll fix it up later. So,
As, when he was on the computer the first time, they were trying to figure out what the signal was they were sending out to space, and turned out to be a
Yeah.
advertisement of selling the Earth off piece by piece.
Oh yeah, yeah. Which goes back to, I don't know the race, but that goes to, it might skip a couple parts here, but that's when you're finding out that they're like a crime mob family,
Yeah, an alien
and
crime
that dude,
family. Yep.
and that this is just, they don't want to take over the world or anything like that. It's all about, it's all business. It's just
There's a
business to
recession.
them. Yeah. So they're a crime family, alien crime family, but
Uh,
the Sylvania, or I can
Slovene.
never,
Slovene.
Slovene. I don't know why I said Sylvania.
I don't know.
I'll
I've
have
seen
to
it a bunch
apologize.
of times.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to apologize on the lack of sleep as well. That's probably affecting my brain this morning. But where do you want to pick up after the chase, or after Mickey is looking on the computer? Because for the most part, it's them hiding out from the aliens, Rose and Harriet and the doctor, trying to figure out how they're going to get out of this mess and take care of the aliens, save the world. So,
And same thing with Mickey and Jackie. I mean, they're hiding at Mickey's
hmm,
place. And
yeah,
which I don't know why she didn't look to the peephole before she answered the door,
yeah. Why would you never do that?
especially when you've already been, almost killed
Attacked
that night.
once.
And and before we go forward, how funny
Hmm.
was it that Mickey stopped to take a picture of the alien?
Oh yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that, that's even more true today of people than it was then. I
Yeah.
mean, people, the, their people's phones and devices are an extra appendage now.
Yeah. Well, I know. I mean, I just got me a new phone, and
Yeah,
didn't even come with a brick, and the charger's not the same. So now I'm waiting for the brick to come in the mail. My phone will be dead long before that gets here. And you pay
yeah.
so much for something, it should come with the means to charge it.
Oh yeah. My last phone, this one here that I got 2 years ago or whatever it was, that it come out. Uh, it was the same deal. It didn't come with. Had to purchase extra. Had to
Yeah.
purchase chargers and all this. Price went up on all the phones and everything, but we're getting sidetracked. That's
Well,
part of it.
it's just frustrating.
It
If
is
the doctor
frustrating.
was here, he could just zap it and it'd be fine.
Oh yeah, yeah. Probably has a pocket charger, that super super fast charger. Get done in 3 seconds.
So when Jackie goes to the door and opens it like an idiot,
Hmm.
uh, so he comes in after, and you hear Mickey say, "You
Yeah,
run, I'll hold him off," which is just another. I
yeah,
mean, Mickey's just a good character.
yeah. It seems like his character's a nice guy character.
But then they went to that big long check. What's the word I'm looking for? Checklist to see where the aliens came from, so he can figure out how to fight them. The doctor.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he figured out that they're vulnerable to vinegar, and Mickey's got all those pickled products there, and the doctor's like, "You kiss this man?"
Yeah, that was funny.
But when Jackie threw that at the Sylvine, and it was so gross how it just exploded, and it looked like green spaghetti
Yeah, that's pretty
all over
nasty.
him. It was gross. It
Yeah.
might not be top notch special effects, but I mean, it hammered the point home. That thing blew up.
Oh yeah. You gotta. I always got to remember the time period,
Yeah.
and this is their first season, so I'm sure they didn't you know go all in.
Hmm.
I mean, they had no idea what they were starting. Obviously, when they went to reboot or start with the Ninth Doctor,
Yeah.
when they brought it back, they probably had no idea that it would take off so well and be going for. Yes, they were. I'm sure they were given a limited budget
I'm sure. Yeah.
for
I mean,
to
and
get started.
the format's different too because I'm going through the rewatch of all the originals. I'm on the
Hmm.
fifth. I'm on the fifth Doctor now, which honestly I appreciate the fourth Doctor way more now than I did the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
And there were only like 20 something minute episodes, but they would do like 4 or 5, sometimes 6 per storyline. So it
Uh,
always ended starting where the other one left off.
yeah.
So I mean, so this is a different format where they're going 40 something minutes because it's an hour long show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whole new doctor, whole new way of doing things.
Yeah. I can see that. So after the splatter mass all over the kitchen, I bet that was pretty hard to clean up.
Oh
And the smell would be awful. I don't know. I might have to. That I don't like to hire people to do stuff for me, but that might have been one of the times that you'd say, "Let's see if we can hire somebody to clean this for us," because I don't want that
yeah,
green, sticky,
I wouldn't
whatever
be doing it.
slime. Yeah, had to be stinky, especially
So
since it's got all that compressed gas inside that they kept farting.
yeah, they said the farts smell like bad breath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing worse than that.
So after they do that, the doctor's trying to figure out a way to save the Earth because now they figured out what's going on. They
Hmm.
want to get the code so they can pretty much bomb every country and have every other country bomb them and destroy the world. World War III, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hence the title. And the doctor figures
Yes.
out, well, we're going to have to launch a missile on Downing Street. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And so, since Mickey was the only one that had access to the computer, then he has to become the hero, kind of,
Kind of, yeah. The whole time
because
he's got Jackie going, don't do it, don't do it. I
yeah,
mean, I get that. Your daughter's there, but if they don't, she's going to die anyway.
right. So it's that old dilemma that they talk about. You know, would you sacrifice one person to save millions or billions, right? So,
So
but
they,
in the end, they decided to. This is the only way we can do it. So,
yes. So they launched a missile.
mm,
Uh, Fortunately, I thought it was funny when the soldier went upstairs to warn the prime minister and his cabinet that the missile's coming, and he opened it, and it was just all the
it
Slovene.
was just all the family. So yeah, I was getting, I was gonna throw not that exact part, but I was gonna throw that in there too. I thought it was funny the short big lady
Yeah.
How it's like when they called the family earlier in the episode, oh, let's bring everybody here. She's like hanging up skin suits like a coat check.
Yeah.
You know, let me take your coat. Proceed this way.
I was messed up.
This is a lot earlier. I believe it was in this episode. Yeah, yeah. After uh, to jump back because I forgot about this, but I thought it was funny where the two leaders there in the elevator, where that one just kept saying, "Oh, I want to be naked," and he's like, "Show your big, beautiful body or whatever." And he takes off his skin suit. I was like,
Yeah.
anyway, that goes back to that because it was funny how they had it set up like a coat check, hanging up skin suits. So,
My dogs are crazy.
and I did think it was funny. He tried to do a standoff. What was it, like whiskey
Something
or
like that. Yeah.
scotch? And
Something.
he's got
It's,
that. I'm gonna put these together, and it's gonna like finally they figure out that's not gonna do anything. They're
so
trying to do a standoff with his light.
so
Go ahead. Everything.
they fire the missile.
Mm-hmm.
It hits Downing Street.
Mm-hmm.
They live because Rose decided they should treat it like a earthquake or tornado and get underneath a door frame or whatever.
Yeah. And they were inside that
3 foot steel.
emergency shelter,
Yeah.
basically. Safe room.
And when they opened it up at the end, Harry's like, "Made in Britain."
Yeah. I honestly I don't know that I've ever personally had anything or seen anything that was made in Britain other than TV and movies.
I was gonna say you just watched something that was made in Britain.
Right. Right. As far as physical constructed products. So
So at the end, Jackie and Rose are talking, and Jackie wants to make a dinner for the doctor, but he won't do it because he doesn't like domestic stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
And he talks Rose into leaving again. I mean,
Hmm.
you couldn't blame
Real.
her. She's 19, and it's going to be an awesome life.
Can you say that again? Cut out.
I said you couldn't blame her for
Um,
making that decision. She's only 19, and I mean, I know it's not
right.
real,
Right.
but if it was, what a life would that be?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 To jump back real quick, uh, after they got out, after the missile exploded and they survived, and after Harriet uh, said her spiel, made in Britain, uh, it's at that time that she runs out and approaches the media and all that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's when it clicks with the doctor, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, remember.
So you were all froze there. Didn't hear a
Yep.
word.
Yeah, you did too. I don't know what's going on, my my signal's good here. I can cut all this out. But you're still froze.
Everything looks good on my end. Oh well.
Yeah, mine too. It's
So that pretty much
yeah,
wraps
I
up.
got it.
Are we recording now, or we good?
I
You're gonna have a lot to
um
edit.
yeah, we're chopping up here, which I can cut this out and make a couple separate.
Just let me know when I can talk
I don't
again.
know what's going on. Uh,
I said just let me know when I can talk again.
I don't know what's going on here.
The timer's still going.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the signal. I'm good here. I got all my bars and everything, but for some reason it just cut out there for a little bit. But I can edit, like I can pull it back to whenever it started messing up, and I'll just save that as a copy, and then when we restart here again, I'll just do a countdown for you real quick, and then I'll pull all that out and then cut the end and put them together. So if we want to pick back up to where we were, uh, 3, 2, 1.
So after all that, and he remembers where he knows Harriet from. The show's pretty much over except for the whole Jackie
Mm-hmm.
trying to get Rose to stay. Rose is not going to stay.
Nah.
The doctor did ask Mickey to come with him, but
Yeah, which
Mickey,
I thought was a.
yeah, Mickey said no, it's not for him. But he's going
Mm-hmm.
to put that virus online to kill all the doctor information. So
Yeah. Ricky the dummy saved the world.
and that's pretty much the end of the show. I liked it a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah. That's pretty much the end of it. So this episode was more. This episode was more just a continuation of the last episode, button everything up. Action, nothing slow. There really hasn't been anything slow
No,
in the last several episodes. So,
I'm excited to get to the next episode because you're going to see one of the, what I would call the big two
hmm
monsters that he fights a lot, which is a Dalek. I'm not going to tell you what the other one is because I don't want to ruin it.
yeah,
But I mean, there's other great alien races that he does battle with, but these
yeah,
Daleks probably the major one. And I love it when
yeah,
people are like, "Hey, they ripped off him from R2D2," and I'm like, "You don't realize that
yeah. Doctor Who
he
was
was,
first.
yeah, there's Daleks like 10 years before Star Wars." So no,
Yeah, yeah. At least the movies. I don't know when the original. Yeah, Doctor Who was here many years before.
63.
Yeah. I
All
don't
right,
even
so
think there was a Star Wars book until the 70s.
but with the end of the episode, I got my trip tomorrow. I am going to. We just mentioned Star Wars. Me and my wife for our anniversary is going to Galaxy's Edge in Florida, so
Very
that'll be
nice.
fun. And she got us. We're going to go to Wizarding World the next day. So if nobody knew
That
it, I'm
sounds.
kind of a nerd. I like geeky stuff.
Yeah, I haven't went to. I went to the Wizarding World when my oldest was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and She's 18 now, so it's hard to believe that place has been there that long too. But
So
you know,
when we get back in Indiana next Saturday,
hmm
no, next Friday. I'm sorry, next Friday. So hopefully Saturday I'm going up to Indianapolis where they have Doctoberfest. It's a Doctor Who convention for one day. So I'm hoping to get there for that.
yeah,
If I do, I'll have some stuff to
yeah,
show off on our next episode.
that'd be nice. So, okay, anything else you wanna?
I am good. Well, I
Yeah,
hope
me too.
oh, we forgot to give it our rating.
Mm.
I would go
You
four
go first.
Tarses. Four Tarses. Just because I know what's coming up, and I like this one a lot, but there's some I like it better coming up.
Yeah, I would say I I was gonna say about 4.1, 4.2, just because it was just a continuation of last episode. It wasn't a
Right.
standalone episode, so I don't want to. For me personally, it's hard to rate it on a standalone scale because it's not really a standalone episode. So it just buttoned up the last story for me.
But a very good story.
Yeah, it was a good story. Now you said that who we meet next episode is the name of the episode also, right?
I
That
think so.
Dalek.
Yeah. Yeah. Dalek.
Dalek. Okay. Yeah. So that will be the next episode. And if anybody is watching this and they enjoyed it, make sure you go back and watch the other 4 that we've done. I think you'll enjoy making fun of these 2 guys watching Doctor Who.
I'm used to it.
It's all right. This is for us, but we hope everybody else enjoys it as well.
Yep.
So,
With that being said, I just want to, hope everybody has a nice couple of weeks before we see you again, where we talk about Dalek.
sounds good.
All right, take care, everybody.
Bye.